Welcome back to the Frith Guild podcast. I'm your host, Eric.
And I'm co-host, Scott.
And today we'll be going over chapters 26 through 30 of World Serpent Arcanist. Before we get started, I want to remind everybody that the second bestiary the Kickstarter will be going on right now as we are talking. I believe the end date for that is October the 22nd of 2024. And if anybody would like to jump on that Kickstarter, I know Shammy did also say that there's enough people that do the Kickstarter that she'll send out everybody a Nicklin Rizzle plushie. So I want Nicklin Rizzle plushie. I know, Scott.
I don't think it needs to be said. Like, I want my own little Rizzle.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if we get enough, there's even a Luthair plushie. So, like, there are possibilities here. So, and if you did not get the first bestiary, you can order it through the second Kickstarter as well. So you're not missing out on a book in the end. So this is where chapter 28, Recovery, comes up. Does Luthair heal in the void? I wonder how he kind of regenerates his magic. I know he gets tired too, but I don't know if the void gives him abilities or strength. But
he doesn't sleep,
right.
So I don't know, just like a standing recovery when you're not in a danger zone.
Is it like a +1 for every 5 seconds of?
That's kind of how it feels. Like no enemy in sight, your health starts to recover.
He can fast travel now too.
I wish.
I don't know. I think Luthair just kind of sits in the void and just broods all the time, even when we find him later in this chapter, he's brooding. So Evianna is not afraid to take risks of seeing Volk. And I thought that was just ever so cute because she done and shadow stepped her way in and made sure that she wasn't seen or caught by anybody because Zaxis is in the same hospital ward as Volk. And remember, Zaxis got plague-ridden. So now he is a danger to everybody on the ship except for Volk. And Fane, I guess, and even I think there's like 3 people on the ship.
There's quite a few.
Yeah, I guess there is a few.
And especially Zelfrey like half counts because if he does want to go in, he can just mimic Fane.
Right. So yeah, but
it's iffy, but
right.
He could if he really wanted go see Zaxis.
Right. So Evianna is talking to Volk and she decides to pull up herself a chair and she uses the shadows to go up. And all I got to say is, you ain't got to say it's Leviosa now.
She does give off that vibe.
Yes. So I love her character in the sense that she's a very, very straightforward character. She does not beat around the bush. She does not like, oh, hey, how you doing? Let me talk, do some little small talk, and then you get into this. No, she's like, I don't care. You're like, let's talk now. I don't get me wrong. I do love Livia, but I do appreciate straightforward people. I am fortunately and sometimes a little bit too straightforward with some people, but
it's a tough line to walk.
Right. She decides that she wants to have glorious conversations with Volk since they are betrothed and she does not have time to waste on just random small talk. So again, part of the straightforwardness, but I love that she has some glorious questions to ask. She does ask him, as one of her glorious questions is if he's naked under the sheets.
Definitely was my first thought too, you know? After that battle, did they just like strip you? Did like one of the little ward ladies get to see it? Like,
well, they're medical professionals, so I'll loosely air quote the medical professional part, but you know they're the same time though. Volk is one of those people that does not have an inflated ego, and thank the Lord for that because he wouldn't have been able to fit on Gentle, let alone in the ward. So thankfully it's not Zaxis that's having this amazingness happen with him. And even though there's a guard posted up outside of the medical ward, Devlin and Vethica come in crashing like they're debating to know if Volk had put his name in the Goblet of Fire. Okay. Sorry for all the Harry Potter references this one, but it came right.
It's got that vibe to it too. And we did forget Devlin is also immune.
Yes. And I don't know when he realizes this, but at some point he's got to have realized like he's immune to this.
Yeah, I don't know when either. He definitely didn't seem to know early on, but at some point learned that he is, because he now is a lot safer. And throughout kind of the last few chapters book, he's been a lot less concerned with it.
Mm-hmm.
So he did some reading. He found Adelgis's dad's book and did some reading.
Found Thesen's Pokedex.
Yes.
So Vethica decides that she's going to go in there and she's going to heal Zaxis of the plague using her new Khepera magic, which is amazing if it works. So now I'm not arguing about anything with the books or the choices, but I love how they took the word renewal and they ran with it. And they used it very loosely, I feel like. And they use it with such confidence.
It is very strange because it's going back in time, which could not always be a renewal. But, like, it's interesting.
Right. It's not just that, like, you're cured or it was time, turn back to time or whatever. They used renewal. And I like the choice of the word renewal. I like rather than anything else. But they used it a lot in this chapter. And even Volk's feeling better, so.
Everyone gets healed.
All right. With that, we're going to end this week's episode. We do also want to thank everybody for listening. Just a quick reminder, we have a few dates as far as releases go. So again, Labyrinth Arcanist will be releasing December 10th of 2024. Again, the second Kickstarter begins September 25th, and then it will run through October 21st. So just remember that. Again, if you didn't get the first book in the bestiary, you're still able to get it now. And I want the Nickelin plushies.
Buy your Kickstarters.
So, right.
Do it for the plushie.
Sorry, Shammy. Love the book. I want the plushie.
Eric, Scott, and I want to thank everyone for listening today. We post a new episode every Wednesday morning at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, and 8 Pacific Standard Time. We are on all podcasting platforms and are also on YouTube as well for video. After the additional episode airs, we post chapter-by-chapter videos every day in a smaller, easier-to-digest format. We do want to give a special shout-out to the final member of our team, Dan Mackison, one of the admins for the Frith Chronicles Wiki, link listed below, and doing his best to keep everything running smoothly behind the scenes. If you want to reach out to us, you can email us at frithguildpod@gmail.com or on Facebook or any other social media by searching for Frith Guild Podcast. Just to remind everybody, we have links to everything in the description below on both the podcast and YouTube. Scott, do you have anything else you want to add this week?
No, just looking forward to diving into Nexus games.
Thank you all for listening. Let's catch you next week.